The way to manifest anything is through faith. It doesn't matter if you want a new car, new house, change in your financial situation, change in your career, or anything else, any physical object or physical circumstance you want to experience. The way to get it is through faith. A lot of people make it very vague, but I want to dive deep today into a piece of Robert A. Russell's book, God Works Through Faith, in order to make it very clear, abundantly clear, what faith is. It's a series of 20 questions, give or take, and if you can answer in the affirmative, if you can say yes to each of these questions, then you know that your faith is perfect and what you want is guaranteed. So let's get started. Do I believe that the law of faith acts upon my word? So what is the law of faith? The law of faith is if you have faith in something, anything, if you believe it is done, then it will be manifest for you. That's how we're taught in the Bible. It doesn't mean that this is a religious teaching. If I mention God throughout this, you know that I mean the infinite power and intelligence within each and every one of us. You can call it higher self, source, universe, not mind, the subconscious mind, whatever you want to call it, it is the same thing. Just the infinite power within you to achieve, create, accomplish anything you put your mind to. Do I have a deep conviction that God's good is an instant manifestation? It's not something that's going to come. A lot of us are manifesting thinking, okay, it will come. And some people have success with that. But if you can really anchor it in, knowing that even if you don't see it, even if it's not present to the physical senses, it is in fact done. And even perhaps give gratitude for it being done, saying thank you to the infinite power within that it's done here and now. No matter what the physical senses or circumstances appear to be, then you know, okay? Instant manifestation. Don't be one of those people that say it's going to come or it's this many days away or this many weeks away. Now, if you're planning a trip or a vacation for August and it's not even August yet, then of course you're not going to instantly be on that trip. That's not how it works. But if it comes to anything else, something you're trying to get or achieve, there's no reason to let yourself believe that it's far away. Claim it now. That is faith. Do I believe that I have the right to have what I ask? Deep down within yourself, do you have real acceptance that what you're asking for is right for you? Or do you feel like maybe it's a sin as some religions teach? Or do you feel like there's some reason why you can't have it or you don't deserve it? Maybe you think you don't have the experience, you don't have the education, you don't have the right things in order to get what you want. Can you put all of that aside and just accept that you are already deserving of whatever you desire? There's nothing to stop you besides your own mind saying that you need this, that, or the other first. Do I have great expectations? Do you, when you look at what you expect from life, does it seem to be great, or are you just trying to get by? A lot of people look at manifestation as something to do like a last-ditch effort. They do it at the last second when things are dire, when there's absolutely nowhere else they can turn. Then they finally try and practice some faith by saying, I'm going to manifest this because I have to. I need to pay the bill, or I need to get that job, or I need to do something. Whatever it is, don't be the kind of person who only manifests in the last instance. You can be manifesting all the time. You should always be aware of what's going on in your mind, in your emotions, and let it go if it does not serve you. Have great expectations for what you're going to experience, for what is coming together for you, right? One of the wonderful things that Abraham Hicks says is, everything is always working out for me. How many of us really have faith in that statement? Can you really believe that things are always working out for you? Think of all the problems you've ever encountered or the obstacles you've overcome throughout your life to get here where you are. Maybe you're not at your end or your finish line yet. That's okay. But you recognize that everything has worked out for you to be okay in this moment here and now. If you're watching this YouTube video, you are prosperous enough to have internet access, and you are here and now learning how to create a better reality for yourself. So have great expectations. Don't just use manifestation for the bare minimum, but know that you can expect the greatest and even beyond what you could possibly imagine to come true for you. Do I know that what I believe will be demonstrated? Demonstrated is equal to manifested or made real, made physically real for you to experience. So this goes along with the statement that Neville Goddard made, which is, our real belief is tantamount or equal to knowing. Do you know that what you believe will be demonstrated? Is it not a question, or are you still thinking, okay, maybe this law works, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, I don't understand why? Or are you really a person who's rooted in the knowing, if I do this right, if I make the change within myself, then the change must reflect in my outer reality? You have to be the kind of person who knows. Don't let yourself waver on this. Don't waver on the law because it's always working. If you don't know, then your results are going to be more experiences that make you feel like you don't know. You'll be unsure. You'll have unbelief, aka a lack of faith. Do I trust the law of life to supply my needs? Do you trust that life is here to supply for you? Do you think you have to work hard for any little bit of any success? Do you feel like you have to do difficult things or force yourself through difficult experiences to get where you want to go? Or do you believe that all your needs will be met according to the law? This is crucial because if you're constantly hung up on trying to take care of your needs or the bare minimum, then you're never going to be able to abide in having great expectations or in the peace that comes with knowing that the kingdom of heaven is a state of mind that you can have anywhere, anytime. There's nothing blocking you from that except for perhaps a belief that you need to take care of all these things yourself. You can instead become a person who is so faithful that you rely in every instance, not just big things, but even the small things, as we would call them. Everything's the same size to God, really. But you put all your faith in your inner power. You don't take it upon your personality or your ego, the little I. For me, it's Brendan Woods. For you, it may be Mary or John or Sam. Whatever it is, you don't let that part of yourself take care of or worry about everything. Instead, you give it up to God, source, universe within you. Allow it to be taken care of without the stress. Know that your needs are met. You must be supplied. Why would you not be? If God, the universe, the infinite is experiencing life through you, why would it not supply for itself? Become one with that infinite flow, and you won't have to worry or struggle at all. And conversely, if you detach from circumstances, if you detach from these negative emotional reactions to life, and you cease worry, you cease fear, doubt, and impatience, all of these things are going to flow for you because then you're acting from oneness. When you're one with the infinite, you have no want or need or worry or fear for anything. There's no impatience because it's already done. Allow yourself to recognize that by letting go of these negative patterns and habits, detaching completely, you will become one with the infinite and therefore capable of anything and everything faster than you could possibly imagine. Do I believe in the authority of my word and my right to command the power of God, which acts subjectively for me? This is a big one. A lot of people learn about manifestation and they may, because of former religious training, indoctrination, programming, feel that it's wrong to command the power of God. Therefore, they struggle with this sense of authority. They keep on begging or pleading for what they want, which is not true prayer. Prayer is easily summed up in just asking, believing, and receiving. And to summarize that into one word, as Robert A. Russell puts it, gratitude. It's asking, believing, and receiving all in one because it implies that everything you want is already done now. It's not that you are looking at an outside God and commanding him to do whatever you want. It is all within. It's just a part of you that you aren't consciously aware of. Your conscious mind is inherently separate from it. You must get this conscious mind into alignment, into a place where you can trust that this infinite power within you is not separate from you. It's nearer than hands and feet. It is not something that can ever be taken away from you. And in that way, you use faith to build a relationship with this inner power. When you build that relationship, then it's never going to cease. It's never going to let you down. You're going to get better and better because you're going to realize, I really can relax. I really can trust. I really can allow. And that's where the authority comes from. It doesn't mean that you're a dictator of your inner world. It means that you are working in a flow. You are allowing. You are detached. You are at peace, knowing everything's already taken care of for you. It's not that you are rudely commanding the power of God. You are recognizing you are one with it. And so in this way, you are simply aligning yourself to recognize what already is. Do I believe that the answer to all my problems is within myself? This is a big one. So often people will say, oh, I'm manifesting, but they're still looking around trying to get answers in the usual physical way. Like everyone else in this world does, they are maybe Googling for what they can do to solve their problem. They're trying to talk to people, see if they can get some money from someone to cover that bill, trying to figure out what they can do physically so that they can avoid the responsibility of having faith. Having faith means you ask no man. You ask no one. You don't go anywhere except for within yourself. You say, would it make sense if I had what I want to be thinking this, feeling this, acting this way? If the answer is no, let it go. That kind of self-inquiry is so important because then you are not going to be the kind of person who goes outward for everything. You're going to start turning all your attention inward. You're going to be very aware of what's going on inside your mind, inside your emotional center, and let go of everything which does not serve your greatest good, which does not imply that you already have what you want, because in truth, you do. Another wonderful question that was given by Bashar, this kind of introspection that creates space between you and thoughts so you don't automatically identify with lack or negative thoughts. What must I believe to be true about myself to respond this way to this situation? Oftentimes, if we're having a negative reaction to something, if we're triggered by something or what appears to be in our physical world through circumstances or experience, then it's because we're holding some kind of belief about ourselves. If you feel like you can't make the money to meet the bills or you've always struggled with lack, then that's what you're going to experience. You have to eliminate that belief. Asking this question will make that clear. Or if the person is ghosting you and you're very fearful, or you're constantly checking social media to see what they're up to, see if they're talking to someone else, then asking that question will reveal to you, I must believe that I'm not good enough. I must believe that I'm not worthy of their time, and that's why I'm sitting here stalking them. So instead, what you can do is let go of that, right? Ask these questions so you can realize, okay, am I abiding in trust, allowing, love, faith in the infinitely intelligent and powerful being within me, which is God, source, universe, higher self? Or am I acting out of fear? Am I acting from the ego, the little I, the limitation that I've always been programmed with? Do I have a deep conviction that all the Father hath is mine? The Father here represents God, source, universe, higher self, the infinite, right? Do you actually have a conviction, not just a belief, but a knowing, a deep knowing, that everything you could possibly want or ask for, or things that you don't even know that you want or need, are already yours? Do you have a conviction of that? Or are you living as most people do, thinking that you have to go and work hard for everything, or prove yourself, or become worthy of it? Can you rest in the knowing that it's all yours? It's all yours. And the only way to experience that is by allowing yourself to align with oneness. I and the Father are one. That's what you want to do. The reason that's so important is because then you're no longer separating yourself from the infinite power. You no longer are saying, okay, the reason this is this way is because I do that. The reason I don't have that yet is because I need to do this. Maybe you will end up taking actions to fulfill the bridge of incidents, the series of events leading to the fulfillment of your desire. But you also trust that if any action is necessary on your part, it's going to come to you easily, effortlessly, automatically, and instantaneously. You're not going to have to seek for it because you're not meant to abide in confusion. You're meant to enjoy yourself here and now in the present moment. Even if you're just grocery shopping or going for a drive, you're not supposed to be racking your brain thinking about how to solve your problems. You're supposed to recognize it and then ask, believe, and receive. You can put that all in one and be grateful that it's already done. Saying thank you to whatever you want to call the infinite power within you that it's already taken care of. And then you drop it completely. You don't keep thinking about it. You don't keep imagining it. You don't keep using techniques and all of these things. You let go completely of all thoughts and emotions about it, positive or negative, because you wouldn't really be thinking about it if it were already solved. I talk about this often when it comes to detachment and really living naturally as if what you want is already yours. Think about it. It's human nature that when we really, really want something, it's constantly on our mind. Then we get it, and a few days later, a week later, we hardly think about it. But we still have it. We have the acceptance in the back of our mind, right? It's not conscious. It's not really in the forefront of anything anymore because you just have the regular, normal, natural acceptance that it's already done. In that way, when you give up thinking about it or trying to force positive emotion to attract it to you, trying to do all these techniques, then what you're really doing is aligning with having it in the truest way. Do I believe that life answers me in terms of my belief about it? What are your beliefs about life? Do you believe it's cruel, random, and indifferent like many people do? Or do you allow yourself to recognize that life is happening from you? From you. Exactly what you are putting out is what you're going to get back. And now that's not for you to go and shame yourself if you put out negativity. Everybody has ups and downs emotionally sometimes. That's totally normal. But it's what you're doing habitually. Are you constantly allowing yourself to engage in negative thoughts and feelings about life? Are you thinking, oh, great, that's just my luck, this always happens to me, talking about negative things that come up? Or are you willing to look at the situation and say, this is happening for a reason. I don't understand why just yet, but I'm going to understand later on. You never know. It's like the burnt toast theory. The burnt toast theory is where you burn your toast so you spend a little bit more time making your breakfast, which makes you late for work. But because you were late, you avoided a collision, something that could have been fatal. Now, I don't want you to think about life in that way. Don't think about anything bad happening to you just for the sake of it. But just to illustrate that you don't know why maybe little hiccups happen. You don't know why that seeming obstacle is popping up. But just assume it's always for your greatest good. What is your belief about life? Is it that your greatest good is always coming to you? Is it that you have great expectations? Or is it more on the negative, lacking side of things? Believing that things are going to be taken from you, believing that things will fail, believing that it's too hard, it's cruel, it's unfair, you're a victim. Give all of this up. If you really want to get what you want, give all of this up to be in faithful attitude, in a faithful state of mind. Do I leave the delivery of my good to God? Do you really allow yourself to let what you want come to you? Once you've done your asking, believing, and receiving, whatever way it is, even if it's just a simple statement or just thinking of what you want for a moment and then putting it out of the mind, are you actually willing to allow it to come to you? Will you stop going on the searches for a car? Will you stop looking for the perfect apartment so that your wife's grandmother can find it and then you have this wonderful new setup? Can you allow yourself to let things come to you once you've set the intention? If the answer is no, then your faith is low. You have to get used to things coming to you. You are the God of your experience. Some people aren't comfortable with that statement, but you have to recognize there is no other power. There is one power, one God, one source of all things, and it's within you. So, are you going to be the kind of person who tries to take it upon the little self, the ego, the I, to make things happen? Or will you recognize that there is an infinitely capable and loving being within you who wants to fulfill your every desire, but needs you to get out of the way to do it? And therefore you get out of the way and everything comes to you. Leave the delivery of your good to God. Who could do a better job than God, the infinite? Do I place all my dependence upon Him? Are you still trying to take a little bit of responsibility for what needs to be done? Are you still trying to say, I need to do this and this? I set the intention, but I still need to do all of this work. Or are you willing to trust that any necessary work will come to you if you put all your dependence on God within? Are you willing to do that? Because that is true faith. All things, big or small, that's what you do. You need a parking spot, you allow that to come to you. You need a brand new house or a place to live, you allow it to come to you. Set the intention and then stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Trust that it's already done because you wouldn't be thinking about it if you already had it. If the mind had the answer to all the problems, this is inspired by Richard Dotz right here. If the mind had the answer to all the problems of the world, then no problems would exist anymore. But everyone's here constantly thinking about problems, and look, more and more pop up. What does that mean? That means that is not the right way to go about it. Using the ego mind, the limited, conscious, rational, reasoning mind, is not going to get you anywhere. Unless maybe you're doing a little bit of work, you're doing arithmetic, or you have a specific job where you need to critically think. But when it comes to manifestation, allowing things to come to you, do not rely on the little mind. Go to the infinite. Let it all go. Let it come to you. Allow. Do I strive to prove the power of my faith through every thought, action, and feeling? That's a big one. How aware are you of your every thought, action, and feeling? Are you always abiding in the infinite power that you are, or are you falling into old patterns? Are you feeling like a victim? Are you feeling like the world is against you or those people are out to get you? Are you choosing to abide in a place of strength or weakness? Because you can only pick one. You can't hold two thoughts at the same time. Try it. You can't think of your problem and the Grand Canyon at the same time. It's not possible. Allow yourself to choose this day whom you will serve. The divided mind can expect to receive nothing from the Lord. Therefore, if you want to get the infinite blessings that are meant for you from within, you have to choose consciously. Strive to demonstrate your power through every thought, action, and feeling. Do I stand unmoved in a condition until I am master to it? This is so crucial. This is persistence, right? Allowing yourself to stay unmoved from your divine center of relaxation, peace, knowing what you want is already done. Too often, people are moved by the outer circumstances of the world. It appears to be going this way. Things appear to be happening that way. But they lack faith, and so they, as Neville Goddard would put it, are moved around like a pawn on a chessboard by every little doubt, fear, or rumor. Don't be like that. Be like St. Paul, who said, "None of these things move me." None of these things move me. You can even use that as an affirmation. I've used it before because circumstances will come up that will make you feel like you don't have what you want or like you can't have what you want. But you have to be strong enough in your faith to not go along with it. Do not be moved. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Because if it did, people would never do great things. The greatest inventors or the greatest people in sports breaking records, if they only went by what was already done, no one would ever achieve anything great. Nothing would continue prospering. We wouldn't evolve as a species. It wouldn't be possible. So allow yourself to give up the idea that you're limited by what you see. Stand unmoved in any and every condition until you are the master to it. Do I believe that I have dominion? Dominion means you are the source of the power. Do you believe that you have control over everything? And it's not egoic control where you try and force things to happen, but do you believe that God is the only intelligence acting here and there and everywhere? Do you really have that faith? You being one with God means you are the only intelligence acting. Do you believe that being one with everything, you can solve anything? There's no problem, no worry, no fear to be had. Do I believe in my right to succeed? If you're trying to manifest something, are you questioning if it's going to work? Do you believe that you can fail? Or do you believe that it's your right to succeed? You can't believe in success and failure at the same time because then you're going to sometimes succeed and sometimes fail. You might as well give up all thoughts, emotions, and beliefs about failure so that you can be rooted, unmoved in success. That way, that's the only answer for you. Something may seem to others like failure, but for you, it's just another step towards the inevitable success. Do I have a definite purpose in prayer? This one is simply just being very clear about what you want. Be specific, okay? You don't have to control every little condition and decide how it's going to happen. In fact, do not touch the how. Don't think about the how, but just be specific. If you want a house, what way do you want it? Are you clear on how many rooms you need? How big the garage should be? Do you want a pool in the back? That type of thing. What do you actually want? And make sure it serves your highest good. Have a definite purpose in your prayer, in your manifestation. Do I expect fulfillment now? How many of us are actually doing techniques and we have a confident expectancy in it to work? Do you expect fulfillment not in the future, not at some point which you're unaware of, or you're trying to just allow it to be whatever it is? Do you expect fulfillment now? Are you that confident that you can know that whatever you do, whether you like to visualize, good for you. If you like to affirm, that's great. Scripting, whatever it is, do you expect fulfillment now? You're not doing it trying to make something happen, especially not in the future. You're doing it, or maybe not doing it at all, because it's already done. And you're living in the feeling you would have, not just the emotion, but the feeling, the acceptance that you would have. Could be gratitude, could be a sense of freedom, could be a sense of joy, or calmness, or peace, relaxation, relief, whatever it is that you would feel naturally if your problem was already solved. You're living in it now because you expect fulfillment now. Last one right here. Are all the forces of my being moving with my desire? That one's simple. Are you completely in alignment, or are your toes just dipping in the water and the rest of you is not really in acceptance? Or are you 90% there but you still got a pinky out? You have to put your entire self into alignment. Don't let any little thought or anything in your mind or emotional body hold you back. Whatever it is, if there's something that you feel is holding you back from complete acceptance, oneness, alignment with your desire being fulfilled, and expecting fulfillment now, then address it. Go into your mind, get introspective. Where is this coming from? Why is this here? You can even direct the infinite power within you, God, not mind, infinite self, higher self. Dissolve this pattern, and allow this energy to be transmuted and used for my highest good. That way you don't have to stress about it. You don't turn it into some extreme amount of shadow work or something like that. Instead, you just address it head on. You notice it. Okay, this is what's going on. I'm ready to let it go because I want what I want and I want it now. And I'm going to have it and I do have it and I expect to have it now. So wrapping up, Robert A. Russell says, when you can answer these questions in the affirmative, that means saying yes, you will win no matter what the odds are, for God works through faith. No matter what the odds are, no matter the circumstances, no matter how impossible what you want seems, if you can say yes to all of these questions, you know that your faith cannot waver. You will be undefeated in anything. And I'm not saying that this is the easiest thing in the world. It is simple, but it's not very easy for many, many people because we've been living for so long in a limited 3D physical reality way of being. We believe in the reasoning and the rationale of the conscious mind that says it's difficult or that we can't have what we want or that the science says something's impossible. But it's changing all the time. And the more we can allow ourselves to be faithful in having what we want now, faithful in God within, then the more we can achieve, the more we'll succeed, and the more we can rest in the knowing that our manifestation is guaranteed. By the way, if you want to get better at releasing the biggest blocks to manifestation, fear, worry, doubt, impatience, being triggered by 3D or undesirable circumstances, I teach all that and more in my detachment course. You can check it out at the link in the pinned comment or the description. You don't need it. You don't need anything. You don't need any book, any video, any course, anything in this world to get what you want. But it is a great help in getting you to the state of mind where you can live in faith. Live in the knowing that what you desire is already done and you don't have to work for it. Easy, effortless, consistent success in manifestation. Next, if you want to learn more about how to actually persist to get what you want, watch this video right here. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.